How do you do, my fellow squishies? I may have gone live, I may have not. Oh, look, I did. Thank the great maker. I swear this entire interface that YouTube has developed for live streaming technically works, but it's a royal pain in the posterior to deal with. And, well, I have to deal with it. Y'all get to watch it. I have to muck with the nasty underpinnings of it all, which is my favorite thing ever. Yes, very much my favorite thing ever. And here I do this awkward time where I hope everything connected up properly. And I hope that you can hear me while I'm talking away to myself currently because of the 20-second lag or whatever the hell during live streams. So YouTube can do whatever the hell it is YouTube does with whatever I'm saying to you. I mean, I kind of get why there's a lag. But hey, there we go. We have confirmation of sound. Always a good thing. All right, as previously mentioned, perhaps on the Twitters at least, we did in fact wrap up our FTL Faster Than Light campaign, and we did in fact defeat the Rebel Mothership, Battle Cruiser, whatever the hell it was called. I'm still heartily amused by that game, totally inverting the whole like the rebels are the good guys kind of thing. I mean, maybe the rebels are the good guys in the FTL universe, and we're the bad guys. That'd be an interesting way of approaching the game. I have no idea. We will be looping back to the FTL universe at some point in the future, just to do the expansion that someone twigged me onto, because that seems entertaining. But I figure we should take a break from it for a little while, just to do something different. And like I mentioned, as something different, last week we did Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnought or something. I forget what it was called. It was, well, not last week. It was 2 weeks ago. You can clearly tell how much I'm paying attention right now. Anyways, we introduced a game where you apparently, the whole point of it is to build just before 1900 to just before World War II era battleships and let them whack away at each other, which was kind of entertaining, honestly. The real detail is that there were just so many details. I give credit to the designers behind the game. They really cared about the details and the physics and the specificity and all of the little things that you could adjust and change and tweak and improve or de-improve, denigrate, whatever the term is, to make your ship functional in some degree of that term. It was a fascinating deep dive into just how complicated naval architecture is on your planet. It's also not very good for streaming. There was a lot of fiddling and fuddling and other stuff like that. So maybe we'll loop back to that in the future, maybe we won't. And in fact, the same may happen with this game that we'll be playing here in just a few minutes. I'd give good odds that the Federation sucked in a variety of ways and there were legitimate complaints and need for reform. And that the rebels were nonetheless still the bad guys. I mean, honestly, the possibility of both sides being the bad guys is pretty strong in the FTL universe. So yeah, we'll go ahead and assume that to be the case. Because why not? And yes, I know there's been many requests for the Stanley Parable. As I may have mentioned previously, I can't keep track of what I say from minute to minute, much less week to week or month to month. We need to figure out how to make the Stanley Parable episode something big, something significant, something of an event, since so many of you are so interested in me doing it. I mean, since it has such value in your collective unconscious, I have to exploit that, right? And speaking of exploitation, cough, we are in fact still running a fundraiser for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. In fact, I figure we'll just keep running the fundraiser until we break $1,000 because why not? We are currently, I believe, last I paid attention, which again, I'm clearly not on top of my ball these days because the ball is the inferior shape. Neither am I on top of my cube, so we're in bad shape altogether. But regardless, the current standing of the fundraiser is at $766.33 in USA in dollars. So if you want to hear me stop yabbering on about getting little humies to read, donate to the thing. It should be this live stream should be attached to the donation thingy. I should make sure that happened because my minions are totally unreliable. And no, they actually did follow through this time. Good Lord. Wow, good for them. All right, I will refrain from cubing them this time. Anyways, yes, we are still running the fundraiser for the Imagination Library because Tiny Humies reading is a good thing, right? And, yeah. So, sorry, looping back to that, if you feel generous during this live stream, don't worry about me. Instead, donate to the donation box, to the fundraiser. Yes, that thing. Let's get some more books for your little tiny humies to read so they can learn how to be better and you know, launch rockets that can get to Mars or something further. Because, man, y'all are getting ahead of yourselves really quick, and it's kind of awesome. And sorry about the timing, Gamer Ludwig. I do what I can with what I've got, and my audience is predominantly in the North American continent, and this time seems to work for them on most time zones in that continent. Although I do have to confess that I find it fascinating that 32 of you currently are willing to sacrifice your Friday evenings to hang out with me. Not to cast aspersions or something, but I love y'all. I mean, I love that you're willing to hang out with me. You get to hang out with 32 of, I guess, your closest friends. Or closer friends, or friends from another motherboard or something like that. I don't know. 37 now. Good gracious. Actually, the Stan Lee parable would be amazing, although unfortunately he has retired from reality, so yeah, that would be hard to accomplish. Anyways, I think we've totally exceeded the 5-minute let's wait for everyone to join on kind of thing, and we've been having some music running in the background, and I'm kind of curious if anyone can actually pick it out, because I think it's unique to the game that we'll be playing today, but I'm not sure. We'll see if anyone calls it out. Saturday lunchtime? My goodness, Lawrence Fraser, you must be from the land down under, perhaps? Or Japan. Your time zones on your planet are so terribly confusing, and I can't keep track of them all. I mean, technically, there should only be 24 time zones on your planet, but there's not. Because, like China, I think, if I remember the records right, I believe China operates on a single time zone. Which, why? It spans like 7. And then India is like a half time zone for some bizarre reason. They wanted it to be strange and weird and different. And there's all kinds of other weirdness time zone things. Like there's points on your international dateline where you would think the 2 points were like, if you were on one side of the international dateline and on the other side of the international dateline, the difference would technically be, well, 24 hours, right? Because you'd be a day apart, more or less, give or take. Maybe 23 hours, depending on certain details. But no, some of those points are like 20 hours apart, even though they're across the international dateline from each other. Why do you do this to yourselves? Yeah, there are a lot of bits that are complete nonsense on that thing. What the hell? I mean, honestly, I hate daytime math too. That's why I've just given up on it. In the future, I will just put up a link to this thing. Apparently YouTube lets me do a waiting room or something for the live stream, and I'll just generate that and post it in the usual places, mostly Twitter and Discord, because I'm lazy, and you all just have so many social media systems, and I can only keep track of so many at a given time. So looked at the Twitters or the Discord, and I'll post a link, or I guess it'll show up here on YouTube as well. And I'll try to get better about doing it at least a full rotation ahead of time, so you have 24 of your hours to plan ahead, and we'll do that. Generally, I will try to plan for these happening on what I call our off weeks, because this coming, I think it's Sunday on your planet, will not be a full episode. It'll either be a short or a reading or something like that. But the Friday before the shorts or the readings or something like that will be live streams, because I try to make up the difference, I guess. I don't know. Live streams have significantly lower overhead than trying to produce an entire episode. So take what you get and enjoy it, please. All right. Now, since apparently the music is not showing up, I should introduce you to what we will be playing now. Today. Now. Oh, right. I have to push buttons. So many buttons. Black screen of death. Let's see if this works. Please work. Yep, black screen, black screen. Come on, come on, come on. Work, 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 work. Oh, no. There we go! Yes, we are in fact playing Gratuitous Space Battles. Mostly because of the title. I mean, how can you go wrong with that kind of title? And also because I find the game quite entertaining. And y'all are arguing about time zones over there, so you're probably not even listening. It's fine. No big deal. But anyways, Gratuitous Space Battles is a... well, I would argue it's a classic. Technically, it came out in, I believe, 2009, near the end of it. And it's a fascinatingly odd game. A lot of people have compared it to tower defense games, and I think that's technically unfair, but not entirely inaccurate. And we're going to delve into why. You gave us our topic for the stream. Yes, time zones was the topic for the stream. My mistake. So, Gratuitous Space Battles is a bit of an odd duck. And I don't want to spoil it too much for apparently those few of you on the stream who haven't played the game before. So we'll play this straight just for the giggles of it, because I've played it quite a lot and I know how this is all going to kind of fall out. But I've reset my progress on the game just to start over again to give everyone kind of the beginning experience, and we'll go from there. Anyways, this is the loading game. Apparently, Gratuitous Tank Battles, I think, died. The developer behind this had a lot of great ideas that didn't always translate into profitable ideas. So, as far as I know, GSB is the only thing of his that has actually maintained standing. There is technically a sequel to this, Gratuitous Space Battles 2. I don't like it. I much prefer the original version. The second one, he got too much into the weeds. We got way too complicated, way too fast, and way too, again, detail-oriented, but not in the kind of fascinating historical way that Dreadnoughts does, but in a painful, why do I have to wade through all this crap kind of way. And I should catch up on chat real quick. And I mean, so John Leonard, I'm not trying to suggest that tower defense games are lesser than Gratuitous Space Battles. I just don't think they're in the same category in a strict kind of way. There's a game that keeps coming up in my Steam sales about Space Run or something, about some like freighter trying to get through and deliver its stuff. And you can build things onto it, and it has turrets and stuff. That's much more a tower defense game. This is much more kind of like a tabletop battle game that, well, you'll see why it's not quite a tabletop battle game in the end, I suppose. For those of y'all who haven't had the experience of playing this game quite yet, because it has an interesting twist that we'll get to. Okay, so we can't actually do the campaign because I'm sorry, Admiral, but we really need you to beat at least one single mission battle before you embark on conquest of the entire galaxy. I do have to give the author of this game some credit for his particular sense of humor. So, instead, we'll do the battles. And yes, we do actually have all the mods because we actually bought this game when it came out initially, when it wasn't even on Steam, if you can believe that. In the before times, before your planet decided to centralize all of its game distribution in, like, what is it now? It's Steam, Epic, wait, Origin got folded into Epic, right? I've lost track now. Just there's a good old games version of it, I'm sure, and Steam has it, although I don't know if it's currently on the Steam sale. But yeah. Speaking of, Steam is having their usual summer sale, so if you don't, if you haven't already emptied out your wallet, I guess now is a good time. All right, battles. Tutorial adding ships. I'm betting we're supposed to start there, especially since I think it's the only one I can actually select. Yeah. I can't even select these later ones. Oh, I can select that one. That one seems bad. Let's start with the tutorial, shall we? Fleet budget, 10,000 credits. I have no idea what a credit's worth, so fine. Pilot points available, 30. We'll get into pilot points in a minute. Enemy race, Alliance. Map size, small. What's my race? Federation. All right. Amusingly, you would never guess that the Federation was the Federation. Look at those nacelles. Come on. The Galactic Commerce Federation. Oh goodness, we're doing the trading guild from Star Wars. All right, we're folding the Ferengi into Starfleet. May not have the largest space fleet, but it remains the dominant economic force in the galaxy. Their free market philosophy extends right up to individual space captains, who are billed for every shot fired. Ouch. And credited for every verified kill. Win! Technically, the Commerce Federation has no navy, and its collection of armored spaceships merely form part of its contract enforcement department. Well, honestly, at least they're honest about it. I mean, come on. The Federation, well, y'all know my complaints about the Starfleet Federation, so I'm okay with this. I want to go back to main menu. I want to go back to the game. Fine. All right. Oh, Gratuitous Space Battles is on sale. Thank you for looking that up, Cortova. So yes, if you have spare currency in your wallet and this live stream entertains you, I guess we'll find out. I would argue this game is a very good buy, even at full price. And at a sale price, yeah. It's a weird kind of Zen entertainment, and we'll get into why, I guess, shortly. Welcome on board, Renegade Leader 1. All right. So the tutorial is simply, apparently, just adding ships. I can't even... This battle is unbeaten on normal and hard and expert. Good to know. Deploy the fleet! This screen lets you edit the current fleet deployment, reposition your ships, and edit their orders, or load in previous deployments. The decisions you make here are crucial to your success in battle. See, this is where the game gets kind of weird. This column of icons is a design picker. These are the different ship designs available to you to fight this battle. Apparently they come preloaded because, well, you know, tutorial. You can create new designs using this top icon. Little alien. Gotta love little grays. You can have more than one example of each ship design in your current fleet. Win. Drag this icon, I assume the blinking one, into the highlighter rectangle, onto the highlighter rectangle on the left of the map. This will add a new ship of this type to your currently deployed fleet. Hello? Boop. You just added a new ship to your fleet, or new sheep to your fleet, whatever. You can keep dragging new ships into position on the map until you reach the maximum budget for the battle. Try this now. You don't say. What are we stuck with? You, go away. How do I make you go? How do I make you go away? How do I make you go away? Stop it! All right, you have reached the limit of in either pilot or cache for this mission. You may want to reposition your ships within the deployment zone. Click and drag the ships into position, then click continue. Oh crap! What did I do to myself? Oh, I did not set myself up for success. Whoopsie-doo. Thank the great maker, this is a tutorial. Okay then. Can I move this thing out of my way? No, I can't. Of course not. Alright. We're gonna do this the hard way. Do. Back up. And stupid little fighters. Yay, fighters! And then click continue, but I can do more than that. Alright, we'll just follow the tutorial along and we'll figure out all the details as we go, right? This is gonna be bad. Alright, continue! You can select one of the ships you have deployed by left-clicking on it. This will show you more information about that ship. Try that now. Oh, for crying out loud. This window, the big one on the left, shows you information about the deployed ship, its current orders, and the breakdown of the ship's design, showing its weapons and other components. They're down here. The ship is here, components are here, orders are up here. These icons represent the modules on the selected ship. Click one of them to see more details. That looks like a gun, right? Ooh. This window shows you information on the capabilities of the ship module. This will also be used when you design your own ships. Close the window now. Why do I want to close? I wanted to read it. The mainstream method for blasting enemy cruisers into tiny bits. These huge laser beams soak up enough power in each shot to run every toaster on a medium-sized planet for 7 minutes. Every toaster on a medium-sized planet for 7 minutes. I'm kind of curious what the game categorizes as a medium-sized planet. Like, is Earth a medium-sized planet? How many toasters does Earth have? Do you have a toaster? I mean, I don't have a toaster. I have a cubifier. But also I'm not on a planet, so it's more complicated for me. I wonder if, like, toaster ovens count as toasters. Anyways, moving on. Sorry, what? These buttons here represent the orders for currently selected ship. Click one of them now. Oh boy. This shows details on the specific order. You can adjust the sliders to change how the order works. Clicking one of the weapons will set the maximum range to the range of this weapon. Click the OK button. But what if I want to do the maximum range thing? Point defense. Well, attacking fighters should be at the point defense range, right? Because we probably don't want to waste, like, big shots on fighters that we can't actually hit. Okie dokie. There are additional orders that can be given to ships, individually or in groups. Click the Add New Order button. Oh boy. This is a list of the orders that are not currently assigned to the specific ship. Not currently assigned. I like how the assigned orders would have to show up in this list and then disappear from this list. You can add as many or as few orders to each ship as you like, although some of them conflict and cannot be chosen together. For now, let's leave the orders at their defaults. So close... Really? We're going to leave them at default? Really? But I like cooperative. I can't even select cooperative. By the great maker. You should probably save this fleet deployment before fighting. To save building it from scratch again, click the Save Deployment button and choose a name for it. Choose a name for it. Name chosen. It's time to see if your fleet will win this battle. Click the Fight button to see how it does. Oh, for heaven's sake. This seems like a great opportunity for me to catch up on chat. Fair point, Griff Nizzle. Toasters are, in fact, Cylons. So I guess it really depends on what kind of toaster we're talking about. I mean, honestly, given that toasters use resistive heating elements to burn bread, and Cylons use, well, blasters to burn humans, I'm kind of curious which one takes more power on average. Like, how efficient is a Cylon Centurion? And is, like, it walking around more or less energy suckergy than like a toaster running. And frankly, how frequently do you run your toasters on your planet? I mean, I assume there's like a morning bias towards toasters. You get up and you stick your Pop-Tarts or something in your toaster and you warm those up and then you don't use them for the rest of the day. Unless we expand the definition of toaster to those weird air fryer things that you use. I mean, like I said, what is a toaster aside from a Cylon? I tend to call old laptops toaster. A Tiger Claw, that's a sign that you should probably retire that laptop and maybe perhaps procure a new one, because it might get kind of expandy after it gets toasty, and that's never good for squishies at all. Talkie toaster? Talkie toaster? Bipedal species? What the fornication is a talkie toaster? I retract the question. I don't actually want to know. Never mind. I have heard great things about Deadlock, Renegade Leader, and I am in fact rewatching the new Battlestar Galactica reboot series currently. So I should probably find a way to procure that and try that after this, perhaps. Well, Griffnizzle, considering that Six's spine got all spicy and red and warm and so forth and so on, you're not entirely wrong. You know what? I try to keep this channel PG-13, so I think I'll stop there. Oh, right. Talkie Toaster is from Red Dwarf. By the great maker, it has been so long since I have seen that series. I should perhaps rewatch that after I finish the BSG reboot. Goodness gracious. Amazon makes toasters with Alexa built in. What? Did y'all not learn your lessons from the bot farm made out of pressure cookers or whatever the hell it was? Why does everything on your planet have to be, quote, smart, unquote? But why, though? I do not understand your fascination with encouraging your appliances to think. This is not a good... Your own media teaches you this is not a good trend. Why do you keep doing it? So Jason Gilman, the actor who played the flight deck chief in Battlestar Galactica, I forget his... Chief Tyrrell, has apparently been running into all along the Watchtower, like everywhere he goes. And his Twitter feed is quite hysterical, actually, because it just keeps happening. And you gotta love it. I mean, you gotta love actors and actresses who leaned so far into their role that they just keep coming back to it. I mean, it's a great sign that they had fun making something, and when actors and actresses have fun making something, it shows in the end product. The end product is so much better because everyone is actually enjoying themselves. They're in the role. They're part of the story, and I mean, you got to give them credit for looping back to it after all these years. All right. Anyways, we're gonna let these idiots wham away against each other and see what happens. And see here is the kick about gratuitous space battles. Eventually, we get to build our own ships by way of this design a new ship button, and eventually we get to lay them out in our own pattern, whatever pattern we want. But as soon as I whack this fight button, this button right here, not that button, that button down here, they just go off and do their own thing. I can't control them anymore. They have their own orders. and they are following their orders as best as they can. I don't get to control them anymore. I don't get to tell this ship to attack that ship, or this ship to attack that ship, or these fighters to stop doing whatever the hell they're trying to do, because they're gonna die. I give them the best loadout I possibly can. I give them the best distribution I possibly can. I give them the best orders I possibly can. And then I mash the fight button and see what happens. And this is, I think, why some people categorize this as a tower defense game. Because in tower defense games, you set up your towers, the enemy comes running along, charges down the funnel, and you hopefully kill all of them. But you can't, like, direct a specific tower to fight a specific enemy. So I get the comparison. I still think it's incorrect. All right, weapon details. You can click on any of the selected ship weapon modules or click on the turret on the actual ship to show both the minimum and maximum range for that weapon, plus statistics on how it has performed in this battle. I'm going to go ahead and guess the white dots are maximum range and the red dots are minimum range. I don't even know what I clicked on, though. I literally have no idea what the hell I clicked on. Apparently this ship has anxiety, attack, and disorder. This ship has normal laws of engagement do not apply. And this ship is... oh, these are their names. Planet Pounder. That's a name. You could certainly call it that. Goodness gracious. And as predicted, the fighters pretty much expired. Bye, guys. Sorry. Where are you going? Chaos Theory and Disarray. Chaos Theory and Disarray is leaving the map right now. Alright, so they have successfully destroyed 2% of our fleet by way of taking out our fighters. We have damaged 96% of their fleet. I don't think we've actually killed one of their ships yet. I've lost track at this point. Where's our little frigate? There he is. Warped Mind! I love... Well, the names are not bad in this game, at least. And yes, you can see that we have shields in play. And his shields just failed, so he's pretty much hosed. Can I pause? Is there a pause button? Pause. Pause! Oh, in fact, there's a speed button. I can slow it down or I can speed it up. I'm assuming that this ripple means that the shields are being hit, not that is cloaking. So yeah, Chaos Theory and Disarray... yeah, the fighters kind of died. Oops. Planet Pounder, anxiety, attack, disorder, normal laws of engagement do not apply, and Warped Mind are still at 100% because their shields are still intact. And notice how some weapons just have specifically no effect, and some weapons are actually damaging our shields. Now, if I click on this bad boy right here, and drill down to say like the cruiser weapons, you'll see that the cruiser weapon has 2 turrets that are both locked on to linkage disequilibrium, as opposed to law of diminishing returns, basic human riots, and sticks and stones. All right, I got to give him credit for sticks and stones. That's a decent name. I like that one. This thing's trying to throw out heavy plasma launchers, cruiser beam lasers, cruiser rocket launchers, and more cruiser rocket launchers. Rockets are, I believe, unguided in this game, so they ain't going to be doing so great. Alright, so let me catch up on chat once again, because holy hell, y'all have been talkative. Yes, Lawrence Frazier sums up Gratuitous Space Battles precisely correct. You are not the captain. You are not even the admiral commanding the fleet. You're the guy back at the base. Now, I mean, I would argue there's a little bit of admiralty involved in this because I do give them their orders. The orders that hopefully they follow unless things go wrong. But you have no individual control over anything. After you push the fight button, the computer's literally fighting itself, which is kind of funny. And he's also correct that in most tower defense games you can make changes on the fly. I don't think this game supports that. Once you let them loose, and things happen as they happen. And that's pretty much that. I mean, seriously, yes, the names are one of the best part of the game. I had totally somehow forgotten about the names, and to credit where credit is due, Elon Musk should borrow names from this game for his autonomous recovery drone ships, or whatever the hell they're called. Yes. Geneva Checklist didn't make it for this battle, the Captain No Name. Just wait for future ones, okay? All right. Anyways, I do believe we're going to pull this out of the hat because we're doing pretty good already, aside from the fighters having their little heinies pwned. But let's see how this goes. These cruiser type things, I don't even know what class these are. I assume they're cruisers. And this little thing over here is like a frigate or something. Oh, where is he? I assume Warped Mind is a frigate and the rest of them are cruisers. Linkage Disequilibrium is having a really bad day. I can't actually see its particular details, but I see a lot of hull points going down rapidly. Law of Diminishing Returns, though. Oh, there went linkage. And Law of Diminishing Returns. Oh, wow, fratricide. Love it. So these two are right on top of each other. Basic Human Rights, Riots, and Sticks and Stones are right on top of each other. So let's see if we can fratricide those two. Get two. So much shields. My goodness. And so many no effects. Come on, guys. Oh, there went the shields. All right. Hull armor. Chew through that crap. Come on. Whatever. Somebody's got... Oh, wow. He's having a bad day. Oh, no. Warp Mind might go pop. He's still hammering away with his ion cannon, though. Good for him. He's trying his best. And missile launchers. He's not going to be too... Oh! He survived! Dear Lord, I'm amazed. The battle is over. Battles are not fought to the last life form, but decided once the outcome is... Was the outcome not clear at the beginning? Come on. If you are the victor, you will have been awarded honor for your victory, which is spent at the Fleet HQ. An excellent victory. And this is just the start. Think victory hats, victory mouse mats, the works. I mean, swag is swag, come on. Also, look at the little escape pods heading home. And yes, that's exactly what those little dots are. They are, in fact, escape pods heading back to where they came from. So, the crew, more or less, I guess, doesn't technically die. I mean, I'm sure some of them die while the ship is taking damage and they're in a compartment that gets, evacuated. But at least some of the crew escaped, right? Honor earned 8. Statistics. This shows you information about how your fleet fared in battle. Selecting a ship icon on the left will show you more information about how they fought on the right. If victory eluded you this day, you can use this to see why. Maybe some of your ships had too weak shields or moved too slowly to evade enemy fire. Most effective ship design, tutorial cruiser. Shocking. Least effective design, tutorial fighter. Again, shocking. Frigate and missile launcher was totally useless. Even less useless than the tutorial fighter weapons. I don't even know what the hell they used. What did they use? I don't know. Maybe that excluded them? They received a lot of damage. See, the problem with fighters is that I don't think they have shields in this game. Okie dokie then. Back to the main menu. And we go back to battle. Oh, we have points that we can use in HQ. Points. Fleet HQ. When you win battles, you earn honor. Honor to your house. Glory to your house. Depending on how large and costly a fleet you needed in order to secure victory. Here at the Fleet HQ, you can trade in that honor to access for access to restricted specialist equipment to be used in your ship design from that point onward. Apparently 8 points is enough to buy anything. Oh wow, 150 points. That's not great. 1,200 points. This is going to be a minute. Whoa. 260? Ooh, yeah. Yeah. All right, fine. I don't have enough honor. I am without honor. Well, I'm technically not without honor. I'm just with insufficient honor. All right, catching up with chat. Sorry, I was quiet for a minute because I was reading all the craziness you were writing. Oh, good, they escaped. I don't need to go find Grabthar's hammer to avenge them. Nicky the Otter, I do love the reference. What's the game this week, Sean? It is Gratuitous Space Battles. And thank you very much, Griffnizzle, for totally derailing my train of thought, because we all know how fragile that is. All right, back to the battles, the battles. Defending Sirius. How very serious? Ha. Or we could try this on hard. We'll just do normal. All right, that's a lot of ships. Little fighters. I'm guessing battleship, cruiser, frigate style designs. I'm not sure what these two guys are. Change species. Oh, no, so the alien thing lets you change species, not... Now we get to design. This is the fun part of the game, in my opinion. Welcome to the ship design screen. This is where you put together your own custom ship designs from modular components. In GSB, you are the spaceship designer. So you start off with only a few sample ships as examples. The rest of the designs will be put together by you and saved for use in your fleets. Ships in GSB are made up of hull, a number of different modules. There are two types of module slots on a ship. A hexagonal turret slot can accept weapon turrets or normal modules. A square slot can only accept normal modules. This restricts the number of weapons each ship can carry. You can change the module in a slot by clicking and dragging it away, and then dragging a suitable module from the left-hand module picker into the appropriate slot. You can select different categories of ship modules by clicking the buttons in the top of the module picker. The modules that are shown are automatically filtered to fit the current selected size of ship hull. The three sizes are fighter, frigate, and cruiser, and the ship modules are not interchangeable between them. Cruiser modules are far bigger and more expensive than frigate modules, which are in turn bigger than fighter modules. The panel in the bottom left shows you information on the currently selected ship module. The data that is shown is different depending on the module type. Every module has a different weight and cost, and many of them have power or crew requirements. A ship design is only valid if all the crew and power requirements are accounted for by the power and crew modules. With any ship module selected, you can access a chart showing how each attribute of that module compares with others by simply clicking on the data for that attribute in the bottom left window of the screen. Click one now. Oh wow. That's a lot of stuff. Cool. The panel in the top right, oh my god, it keeps going, shows summary information about the current ship. You can create a new ship's design by simply saving out the current design with a new name. The change button allows you to change the base hull of the ship, which may give you a different number of module slots. You need to save each ship design that you may want to use in your fleets. This panel, the blinky one of course, shows the layout of your ship. The positioning of modules has little strategic relevance, although the weapon turrets will be at the locators where you place them. Some slots have a number of linked hull locations and collectively form a battery, but this does not affect their performance except visually. You can toggle from blueprint to physical view with the button in the top right corner. Alright, a lot of words. Hey, Jason Gilman, thank you for donating to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library so tiny humies can learn how to read. Because yes, literacy is important. Because after all, you wouldn't have been able to, or I wouldn't have been able to read all through all those words if I weren't, literate. All right, let's go find a bigger hull. Oh, for heaven's sake, more words. This is where you browse through the various ship hulls available to you at present. When you unlock other races, you will have even more options. Each ship hull has different bonuses and will suit specific roles in battle. Cruisers. We have lots of cruisers. Ooh. 1-8. Oh, okay, so we have... What the hell is that? Well, there's a rabbit. Yeah. Alright, we have a rabbit hull. A buffalo hull. With 7 hard points, 180. Eagle hull, 160 with 7 hard points. And tiger hull, 150 with 6 hard points. Let's try what the buffalo can do. Hello, buffalo. That was not intended to rhyme. How ironic. Alright. What do we have available to us? Ooh. Weapons, defenses, engines, others, and all. Alright. So, weapons. Cruiser beam laser, cruiser defense laser, cruiser laser, which I guess is a pulse laser as opposed to a beam laser. It doesn't all have to be about beam weapons. Pulse lasers may be unfashionable, but they can deliver serious damage and switch targets more frequently. Pulse is the new beam. I like it. Quantum blaster. Naval officers often underestimate the power of a high-quality blaster. The beam laser boys may have their fun, but more than ever, people are turning to blasters for their needs. Alright, we gotta read the beam laser thing too. The mainstream method for blasting enemy cruisers into tiny bits. These huge laser beams soak up enough power in each shot to run every toaster. Right, that's the toaster one. Huh. Fast missile launcher. The biggest problem with missiles is the danger of being intercepted before they reach the target. Hence, this faster moving system was developed. Cruiser missile launchers. Missiles have substantial targeting advantages over mere energy weapons, and as long as your target doesn't outrun, zap, or scramble your missiles, they are dead meat. There's a lot of ore in that. Heavy plasma launcher. Nothing says prepare to die, alien scum! Better than a huge, superheated plasma missile hurtling towards the fuel tanks of your enemies. Say with plasma. And a targeting painter. Oh. Laser painters. Defenses. Guidance scrambler beam, reflective shield, shield generator 2, basic shield generator, cruiser armor 1 and 2, and point defense scanner. Point defense lasers can shoot down incoming missiles, but they need a PD scanner on board to have any chance of correctly identifying a real incoming missile from its decoys. But we don't have a point defense laser. Awkward. Engines, which I assume propel the ship. And then we have, crew modules, power generators, auto repair systems, and tractor beams. What do tractor beams do? Powerful beam emitters, which make use of highly advanced superconductors to trap objects and fix them in place. Used to neutralize enemy fighters and frigates to prevent their escape. Fascinating. All right, so how shall we equip this Buffalo cruiser hull? As a reminder, we have fighters, frigates, and cruisers on the table right now. So. Oops. What did I do? quantum blaster. Tracking speed 1.5. Tracking speed 0.9. 3.7 for the defense laser. Ah. Nothing irritates starship cruiser captains more than those tiny, irritating fighters that evade the average turbo lasers. This highly maneuverable beam weapon is a solution. We definitely need one of those. At least one of those. And since someone, who was it? John Leonard called blasters so uncivilized. And hello, Andrew Willis. We will, in fact, be doing a blaster build. Because why not? It's funny. Quantum blasters for the win. Maybe we'll throw another defense laser on for the giggles. Alright. Clearly this is not a complete ship quite yet. Now we need to actually get to the defense side of things. Basic shield generator. Every cruiser should have at least some minimal shielding, else they are open to an embarrassing defeat at the hands of plucky heroes and fighters. Oh, that's not a reference, is it? Goodness gracious. This shield will keep them at bay. Shield generator 2. In large fleet engagement, someone always brings along some stupidly huge beam laser, and if you really want to ruin their fun, you'll be needing some of these. And reflective shields. Shield strength is all good and well, but this shield has a high resistance, meaning that it will deflect a number of smaller weapons without even taking a hit to its shield strength. Alright, I should catch up, because y'all have been talkative again. So, Jason, you can kind of make a ship that is literally nothing but guns, but as the tutorial mentioned, you can only put guns in the hexagonal spots. You can't put guns in the square spots. They do not adequately respect the cube. All right. No, shields don't make the man, Sean. Manners make the man. Manners maketh the man, in fact. And if you understand that reference, you are, in fact, my kind of humie. Alright, we should at least give this thing some kind of engines, right? I don't actually care about how fast it goes. That one gives 75 thrust, that one gives 102 thrust, that one gives 118 thrust. So we'll maybe give it the middle grade engines. Cool. Now we've got to slap a power generator into this thing, right? Because it's got to make power somehow. There we go. We don't have to get that big, but we'll try that. An auto The module you just added to the ship has reduced effectiveness when more than one of them is used on a single ship. You can see the effectiveness of any module from the pop-up message while hovering the mouse over a slot on the ship. 100% effective. Cool. Okie dokie. Now we need crew. We need at least 179 crew. We need at least 179 crew. Well, that's 290. 268. 160. All right. Hello, crew. Okay, we're good. We're good on that point. We got 3 engines. Seem good. Now we need defenses, right? Reflective. Let's do lots of reflectives, because why not? It's funny. Maybe not that many reflectives. Ooh. We'll do 2 different kinds of shields. How about that? And then throw another power plant on board somehow. We already put a 3 on board? Yes, we did. So maybe we can get away with a 2? Maybe we can get away with a 1. Behold! The blaster boat. I suppose we call it that. This is definitely not a frigate. Blaster. Save that bad boy. Okay, just for the sake of doing it, let's go take a look at a frigate real quick. Frigate. We got a Puma, or, you know, a trooper thingy. A Gazelle. 74120. 73105. 74135. Let's do a Fox. Definitely not a trooper thingy. Because it has ion cannon. Space captains the galaxy over have come to rely on the Ion Cannon 9000 series for its dependable, destructible blast power, as well as its easy-to-read instruction manual. Can't go wrong with that. Sometimes it's not about doing big chunks of damage, but blasting away at a decent pace. A relatively small energy blast, but with this rate of fire, who cares? Rate of fire. Fire interval, 280. 290? 500? Maybe I'm not understanding these things. Alright. I kind of want to make a missile boat frigate, because those are always funny. Frigate weapons are often short range next to their cruiser counterparts, but with missile launchers, you can extend that range, assuming you can wait patiently for them to hit. Yeah, fine. I'm good with that. Missile boats are always fun. Or at least highly entertaining. 280 tracking. We're going to throw a pulse laser on this thing to throw off fighters from it in case they accidentally show up. Alright. And then we need to do the usual... Oh, I didn't put any armor on our... Oh, dear. Maybe I should put some armor on our big cruiser. I kind of forgot about that entirely. Oh, that's bad. We're going to go with middle-of-the-road engines yet again. We need to put a power plant on this big bad boy, right? There we go. We need a crew of some sort. Okay, cool. Frigate point defense system. It's got the zappy kind, but those can only go in hexagonals. Crap. I think point defense weapons can track and hit fighters, so we'll hope and pray. Shields, and I overdid something. Crew. Frigate armor! And frigate armor. We don't need that much power, do we? We just need a 2, right? Or maybe even a 1. Goodness gracious. Alright, there we go. Maybe I can slap another shield generator on it? Please, maybe? Maybe? No! Not a small one. No! Well, screw you too. Alright. Missile frigate! Let's go load up our blaster cruiser and see if we can should add some armor to it. Because we probably forgot about that. Yeah, we totally forgot about that. Cruiser armor. Basic low-tech protection in the form of large, heavy steel plates welded to the side of your ship. It might not be cutting edge, but it is cheap. Cruiser armor 2. Advanced composite armor constructed from a fiendishly complex smorgasbord of exotic metals and other materials. Not cheap, but you get what you pay for. Maybe we should swap out one of these shield generators for that. Yeah, alright. And then we can maybe downgrade one of these generators. You. Cool. Can we downgrade the crew too? That would be nice. Oh, we can. Nice. Nope, not that far. Can we downgrade the generator even farther? Oh, we can. Nope. Nice try. Fine. Blaster cruiser is safe. So the reason I'm trying to optimize this design is because each of these things have a cost associated with them. 139, 120, 80. So as much as I can minimize what I'm doing on each of these ships, I can have more ships available to me, which means more deca. All right. We're not going to do fighters this round because I'm not willing to kit out a fighter, and I do have funny ideas about fighters, but I should, in fact, catch up on the chat. My goodness, y'all have been talkative. Oxford's not rogue. Someone gets it. Good job, Grimloon. So, C.A. McDivitt, reflective shields, the reflective shields, don't actually reflect the weapons so much as they just don't absorb the damage, if that makes sense. You can't actually bounce the weapon into something else, sadly. That would be awesome if you could, but you can't. USS Benjamin Sisko's pimp hand, Jason, requires a different hull, and we'll get there eventually if we keep playing this game long enough, I suppose. I have no idea why Gratuitous Space Battles will get a mostly negative review, Sean. I find it to be a quite entertaining game. But personal preferences are what they are, and I can't control what other people do, I suppose, much to my regret. So yes, the Captain No Name. So if you remember, where is it? The cruiser, I think, had a cruiser target painter. You can, in fact, set up ships to get out there in front of everything and hopefully soak up a pile of hits because their life is about to suck. And they can paint enemy ships, and then other friendly ships can just hammer away with missiles. And that's a tactic that we're probably not going to explore during this particular live stream, but maybe in a future one. Okay, so we've got a cruiser, we've got a frigate. Let's go make a fight. Now, I've always found, personally, that bunching up your ships is typically the best tactic, although I guess I have to put them somewhere that I can actually put them. I don't like spreading out my ships with the enemy, because the enemy's kind of a jerk. So I tend to bunch my people up, and wow, those are really short-range fighters, aren't they? This bad boy, however, can hammer away from a distance, and I do love that. How much money do we have? We still have a significant amount left. All right. Let's put down some missile boats, shall we? We're going to put down a solid grid of missile frigates just because it's funny. And then maybe add in a few others, because we seem light on the big bads. There we go. We're right basically at budget. All right. You guys. You're going to attack fighters at frigate point defense range with a very remarkably low priority. You're going to attack frigates at pretty much 100% priority at the missile launcher range. And you're going to attack cruisers at basically 100% priority at the, again, missile launcher range. And you are going to work together. And you are going to be vultures. Concentrate fire on... Sorry, I should go back. What does cooperative mean? Concentrate fire on ships selected as targets by your fellow ships. Gotta love that. We're also going to be vultures. Concentrate fire on enemy ships that are already badly damaged in an effort to finish them off. We're also going to be cautious. Retreat from the front line if you're taking too much damage. These guys should probably retreat at about 50%, honestly. We should also keep moving. Keep moving is always a good thing. All right. And naturally, keep moving says continually move to a new location within range of your target so as to not be a sitting duck. This is incompatible with the escort or formation orders, naturally. Now, these big old chonking illegitimate children. We are going to attack fighters, naturally. At a range of defense lasers, fine. We're going to attack frigates at a range of quantum blasters. We're going to attack cruisers at a range of quantum blasters. Because they can't hit anything if they're not within range, right? They are also going to be cooperative. They're also going to be vultures. They're also going to be... keeping moving, yes. This could go badly. I had forgotten how short-range blasters were. This could be hysterically bad. We could drop down some tutorial fighters, but they'll be just annihilated by these enemy fighters, so we'll not. We're only using 14 pilots, and we'll get 333 honor if we actually win this fight. So, win? Not sure we will. I guess we'll find out. Alright, let me catch up on the chat again. Seems some people have been joining, and welcome aboard. And as a reminder, we are still running a fundraiser for, not Sacred Cow Shipyards, of course not. That's me. We are running a fundraiser for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, so your tiny humies can learn how to read. And apparently getting mail in the mail, confusing term to phrase that, is a terribly exciting thing for tiny humies. And I mean, it's yet another good reason for supporting this particular program, because they mail the books to these tiny humies in their name, and they get to go get them out of the mailbox or whatever, and open them up, and behold, book. I mean, for tiny humies, that's kind of a big deal, right? You some rando sends you a book. Win. Anyways, fight. Press any key. Oh boy. Our guys have to suffer through a lot of pain before they can actually get in range, and I did not give them very good engines, did I? Well, the missile boats are firing rapidly, aren't they? Shields. Shields. Okay. Oh, goody. The missile boats are not doing any damage to the shields. That's not great. The good news is the cruisers are knocking down the fighters, so that's kind of a win. So many missiles, and they're doing no effect at all. I love it. I said totally ironically. Oh, goodness gracious. We have ion weapons being wielded against our friggin' cruisers. Come on, guys. Do some damage. Where are the blasters? Like, where are the blasters? Whoa, what happened to that poor guy? I think he, like, ran into the shields and just exploded. That was crazy. Oh, no, shield down. It's such a perfect day. He's about to have a not good day at all. And then we have catatonic pick-me-up, like that one. Diplomatic angst. Planet pounder, yet again, they're back. And target practice. That's a good name. Oh, boy. Or is he firing anything? Are any of them firing their blasters? They are, in fact, firing quantum blasters. I just don't... Ooh, ow. That hurt. I just don't see it. Catatonic pick-me-up is hammering away with the cruiser quantum blaster. Oh, they're little tiny little darts. I see them now. Woo! They are spicy, I'll give them that. You guys are just keeping your distance, aren't you? And just trying to hammer away with those missiles. We've got the Zap Wagon, that's a good one. Crash Test Dumbass. Self-Delusional Beginnings. Solar Ninja. Something Fusion. Anxiety Attack Disorder. The Law of Thermo Whatever. And Fun with Fusion. Oh, Who's over here? Something, 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 something. Come on now. What's your name? Step away from the controls. That's a good one. Oh, catatonic pick me up. It's about to have a bad day too. I'm thinking the blaster-specific cruisers were a bad design. Because they are just not blasting very much, are they? I mean, they're doing some damage, but not enough. Oof. Well, they're in the catatonic pick-me-up, I think. Diplomatic Angst probably going to be next. Well, those missile frigates are great once the shields fail. But these cruisers have to get in range for the shields to fail, and that's not a good position for them to be in. We have the Fearless, the Searcher, and the Glorious on the enemy side. Those are not great names. Not impressed. We are 49% down, and they are, well, 49% left, excuse me, and they are 61% left. That's also not a good ratio. There go the escape pods. Whee! That is a massive amount of no effect. What in tarnation? Hey, shield down. Now our missiles can actually do something. Thank the Great Maker. So many missiles. So much pain. God, if this just gets down to our frigates, we are hosed. Alright, what you doing, Diplomatic Angst? You are just pounding away, but you're not doing a whole lot of damage, man. So much pounding and no effect. The Searcher needs to frickin' die in a fire already. Come on, man. We've got so many missiles just pounding this thing, and it's just not dying. There we go. Glorious is taking some hull damage, too. I like it, I like it, I like it. He's backing away, trying to, although Diplomatic Angst, their shields are maintaining. Okay. Come on, target practice. You're better than your name, I know it. Oh, what happened to our frigate? Fun with Fusion is not having a fun day. There we go. Ba-boom. Oh, Fun with Fusion is toast. Bye, Fun with Fusion. You had a good run. Bloop. Yep. Perseverance is just being a dick right now. Oh, Diplomatic Angst is not having a good day either. Wait, who? I literally can't scroll down far enough to see who's shooting down there. What? That's weird. Alright. We're doing some hull damage on the Glorious. They are only at 42% strength now. We are slowly beating them back. We had a really bad start, I'll grant you that. But we are perhaps catching up. Oh, yes! Glorious is down. Now we just have the Fearless and the Perseverance left. And our really slow target practice is trying to catch up but not doing a great job. So many no effects. Hey! Diplomatic Angst is gonna hopefully hammer this thing? I don't know. We'll find out. Fruit fly of my loins. Okay, okay. I think we just got a new supreme winner of ship name. Fruit fly of my loins. Yep, that. My good. Oh, there it went. We got. I forgot what that one was called. Perseverance? No, that was ours. Crap, that was ours. Whoopsie-doo. All right, this Fearless thing. I don't know what shields is mounting, but we cannot penetrate them. We are just hammering at those shields, but massive amounts of no effect. And Perseverance down here is just being a blessed jerk. I don't think we're going to pull this one out, guys. Even though they're at 22%, amusingly enough. Wait, their shields are down and our weapons are still having no effect? Alright, clearly the blaster-specific build was a bad decision. By the great maker. Would never have expected that. I probably should have paid more attention to the specifics. Oh, but we're now doing hull damage. Alright, alright. Maybe we got this, maybe we got this. Maybe we don't. Well, I mean, Diplomatic Angst has taken basically no damage. The target practice has, well, lived up to its name, unfortunately. I can't actually see how the enemy ships are doing. The frigates, we've lost one, two... We've only lost 2 frigates. We've lost 3 cruisers already. That's not great. Come on, frigates. Get those missiles in. Take his hull out. Just a few more hits. It shouldn't take a whole lot longer. I mean, apparently Fearless has a lot of hull. And this bad boy's already out of range and he can't actually do anything. Yeah, I need to reevaluate the blaster cruiser concept because wow, that is a really limited range, isn't it? There we go. Not bad at all. Personally, I bet my money on the opposition, but hey, it's just business, right? Goddamn Ferengi. Most effective ship design, the blaster cruiser. Least effective ship design, the missile frigate. Well, since I only fielded 2 designs, I guess that makes sense. Most effective weapon, the cruiser quantum blaster, even though it wasn't actually that effective. The least effective weapon was the cruiser defense laser, because all it did was shoot down fighters. Makes sense. And back to the main menu, and I do believe at the HQ we still can't buy anything. Yeah. Oh wait, no, hold on. We can buy EMP missile launchers, micro crew module, cruiser rocket launchers, decoy missile launchers, automated point defense, which I might actually buy because that's a good weapon to have, target booster 2, eye point defense Mark II for frigates. Mark 1, Mark 2. I like the eye point defense, because, you know, IMAX and everything, and powered armor for cruisers. And that, ladies and germs, is Gratuitous Space Battles. You build your ships, you kit them out, you send them against each other, and you see what happens. And now I shall catch up on chat for reals. Dear Great Maker, you have been quite talkative, haven't you? Wake Roberts, this game is technically dead, but it's at least still usable on Steam. So the funny thing is this game actually used to have a concept where you could lay out your fleet on one side of the map and then upload it to their servers, and then someone else could lay out their fleet on another side of the map, and they could fight each other and see who wins. Unfortunately, the game is now so old that that option doesn't actually exist anymore. Catching up. Ah, my dear Lord. This is, in fact, Gratuitous Space Battles, Jürgen Ronaz, and it is a great game. Quite entertaining in the end. And yeah, no fighters this time around, Captain No Name. Fighters are... I frequently win games just because I do fighter spam and it's hysterical and funny and hilarious, but I have to get the tech tree far enough along that I can actually buy the right components to make that useful, because the standard fighter weapons aren't typically good enough to get through some shields. I have not looked at Star Sector yet, tufted titmouse, but I suppose I should in the future. And yes, Captain No Name, our missiles were in fact missing a lot. We need to get a target painter ship out there, and it can do target painting things. Books are basically AI training data for small humans. Inputting sufficient correct training data is important to the formation of their AMA model, i.e. small human personality. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Yeah, blasters are definitely a knife fight weapon, apparently. We kitted out our cruisers for a knife fight and didn't actually build them properly for a knife fight. We didn't give them good enough engines, unfortunately, but that's part of the game. You figure out what works and where. Yeah, Lawrence Fraser, it does have some weird hiccups, like you still have to input like a verification key to load the game, even though the servers are basically dead. I don't know, man. Yeah, the torpedo, that's basically what I was trying to build towards, Wake Roberts. Fighters, if we go to the HQ, where is it? Fleet HQ modules. If we come down here somewhere, nuclear missile launcher is also entertaining by itself. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There is a fighter module. Are there no researchable fighter modules? Could have sworn there was. Maybe we'll dip into the ship design. Fighters. Well, what's that? Whatever that is. No. Fleet HQ. Where is it? Frigate. Cruiser. Why can't I filter this? Frustrating. Alright, well, anyways. No. Once you load up a fighter of some sort, 2231, 44, let's go down. There we go. Fighter torpedoes, yes. It's a basic loadout. Torpedo spam, as long as you have a carrier that can support them, and carriers are a whole complicated topic, they work really, really well. But that's, I suppose, a later episode. And please stand by for just a second. I'll be just a moment. Sorry, it's impossible to get good help, as I'm sure all of y'all are aware. And when the cubifiers get clogged, no one can figure out what the hell to do, and it's just so frustrating. Anyways, this is Gratuitous Space Battles. Yes, I want to quit. And maybe we'll do this again in 2 weeks hence, and maybe we won't. And now that we've actually finished at least one battle, oh dear lord. Although you have beaten an enemy fleet once, you will earn more honor if you can beat the same fleet again, but with a smaller fleet. The less money you spend on constructing a fleet, the more honor you can earn from a battle. So basically, if I do this one again with a cheaper fleet, I get more honor. I should probably reconfigure my fleet before I do that. Also, if I do this again with difficulty implied, but I don't actually remember how to apply difficulty or whatever, then I'll probably get more honor as well. So, regardless, if this is entertaining enough, then we might loop back to this game again in the future, because there is, in fact, a campaign of some sort. I have no idea. I'm not going to push the button because I'm sure they'll trip some sort of thing. And as I mentioned, you can do developments, research, and so forth and so on, and go on that route. And yeah. So. Oh, what ship class can carry the fighter tankers? I believe the cruisers do that. Let's find out real quick while we're here, because lots of classes. Cruisers. Back to the Buffalo. Other. Ah, dang it. I can't actually see things that aren't researched yet. Fleet HQ. There they are. Carrier support bay, cruiser module. Fighter pilots always end up damaging the things. So be sure to invest in this portable fighter repair yard to patch them up mid-battle. Ensure you order the pilots to be cautious. So yes, once you get far enough along, you can have a carrier support bay or a carrier bay reinforced. Or possibly even a bigger one. I think reinforced carrier bay is the only option you've got left. Yeah. And these allow for not only repairing the fighters, but also rearming them, which is significantly important for the torpedo fighters, because they basically dump 1 or 2 torpedoes and then they run like hell. And as long as you attach them to a cruiser type, they get to go home, repair and resupply, and go back out again and do it all over again, which ends up being pretty hysterical. Alright, ladies and germs, I do believe I have entertained y'all sufficiently. So, if this is entertaining enough, and feel free to comment in the comments, maybe not in the chat, but in comments once this goes, official on YouTube. Maybe we'll loop back to Gratuitous Space Battles in 2 weeks hence and do this all over again, because frankly I like the game. And to be bluntly honest, when it comes to live streaming, I do what I want. So, I want to do things I like. Regardless, I as always, do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I mean, frankly, it is astonishing that I can get, 50 odd of you humies to hang out with me doing anything. I mean, given how your society is developed, having 50 of your friends hang out with you is pretty rare on your planet from what I understand. So, congratulations, y'all. You're beating the average. You're hanging out with 50 of your friends, which is a lot better than some people are doing on their Friday nights, I guess. And, I mean, for those people who aren't hanging out with their friends on a Friday night, maybe invite them to hang out with us. What's the harm? Unless they have no interest in science fiction at all, which maybe they won't appreciate it at all. But anyways, as always, good night and good luck.